All right, in this box we have a 48 volt 100 amp hour rack mount battery from Vatrer. Let's open it up. All right, we got some battery cables. This is 6 gauge, 200 Celsius. Yeah, it's a 200 Celsius silicone jacketed wire. We have a warranty card and the user manual. And there's the battery. So packed very well. We got pretty thick foam on all sides, including the bottom and the front. We've got a display. We got our battery terminals. And then we've got a on-off breaker switch here. Very nice. I love the color scheme. All right, let me try to get this thing out. All right, there we go. It's out of the box. I do like this scheme. This color scheme is really neat. I mean, look at these graphics here. I know that doesn't really matter once this is in your system and working, but I think it's a nice touch. I like it. Let's check out this screen. Can we turn it on? Do we have to turn this on? Oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah, so showing 52% stated charge. Shows our current or voltage, temperature, our time to empty. Oh, is this? It is a touchscreen. That's awesome. Shows us some status of the discharge and charge switches being on. Their status. Oh, there we go. We've got individual cell voltages. Look at that. What a cool BMS on this thing. And I think the price on this battery is really good. Yeah, on their website, they're showing this battery at $1,099. So I think that puts it at one of the best priced 48 volt rack mount batteries. I think it has Bluetooth. Yeah. So it uses the Shizing Bluetooth app, which is basically like a JBD. So let me try to open that up. Yeah, so if you look on the side here, it has a little sticker with a code on it. And that code corresponds to what you're going to find in the app, which is right there. So let's connect to it. Oh, I got to disconnect from my other BMS. So let's connect to this one now. And there we go. So we are connected to the BMS with the JBD app. And we're seeing the same thing here that says 52%. And we're seeing that here as well. Very awesome. Very much awesome, guys. So I'm going to hook this up to a charger and get it fully charged. Alright, so I got a charger wired in. Let's go ahead and plug it into the AC outlet over here. Alright. I just heard it click on. And it is showing that we are charging on the app. We're doing 16.58 amps, 883 watts. And it is showing 16.5 amps on our display here. Oh look, it says 2 hours and 52 minutes time to full. So that's awesome. It's letting us know how long it's going to take for it to charge with this. Alright, I'll be back when it's fully charged. Alright guys, so the battery is fully charged now to 100%. And so now what we're going to do is a capacity test. Got my shunt hooked up, inverter, and then we're going to use the air conditioner as the load. So let's go ahead and turn on the inverter. There we go. And then we'll turn on the air conditioner. There we go. We're now drawing power, about 14 amps, around 800 watts. And this right here says discharging now. Looks like it's going to take around 6 hours. So I'll be back when the battery has drained completely. All right, guys. So technically the test is still running because the battery still has power, but we have drawn out 100 amp hours since we've gone all the way down to 0 on this. So it has in fact given us 100 amp hours, and we have discharged 5.2 kilowatt hours worth of power, and so that's also passes. So it's completely passed the discharge test. It has given us the advertised capacity. Now it is still going, so it's going to give us beyond its rated capacity here. This screen is still telling us it's got 4% left and about 14 minutes left, I think is what it's saying there. Yeah, 14 minutes left. So I'm gonna let it keep on going, and when that finally stops, I'll be right back. All right, so this thing is now saying 0%. However, it's still going, but I think it's probably gonna, either the inverter's gonna start complaining here real soon, or it's just gonna shut off. So we'll just let it keep going until one of the other occurs. All right, there's the inverter complaining, so we'll go ahead and shut it down. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at our final discharged energy, and we discharged 5.4 kilowatt hours. So 5,400 watt hours divided by nominal voltage of 51.2 gives us 105.46 amp hours. Awesome. All right, guys, so now it's time for everybody's favorite part, when it opens stuff up. And I know that's your favorite part because you guys tell me you love it when I open stuff up. So I've already got these screws removed, so let's just slide this lid off. There we go. All right, on the bottom side of the lid we have some high density foam. That's to keep some pressure and some space in between the cells and the lid. I like that. And here's the inside. So here's our BMS right here, and it looks like kind of your standard JBD style BMS that you would find inside of many batteries, and also ones that we would use for, you know, DIY kind of stuff. It does have this nice screen on the front here. That's the back side of it. Our battery terminals backside there. We have silicone jacketed wire, I think. And it feels like it. And it also has this extra protection around it as well. That's real nice. Yeah, it definitely feels like a silicone jacketed wire on a negative. And so the cells are going to be under here. I guess we have to unbolt this. Okay, let's take this off. Let's unbolt this, I guess. What is this? 12? No. I think it's a 13 millimeter. Yep. 13. And then we've got something here. So I think we can remove these straps now. Here we go. And then we've got this plastic sheet. And there we go, we've got the tops of the cells. So everything is bolted. The cells are actually bolted in place with the bus bars. That is really awesome. It's not welded. So this should be able to be serviceable if, you know, if you had to replace a cell or something like that, if you could find these cells. I've seen some other guys review this battery, and I need to see what cells they found, because I don't think I can easily get to it without just tearing this thing all apart, because it's in these plastic cell holders. The cells are fully encased, which is awesome. I mean, because it's going to protect them a lot better. But this build quality does look great. I mean, like, look at this. Like, all the wires are wrapped in this spiral plastic wrapping, and then they're routed like really good. Like, there's no wire mess in here. This is really, really top notch. And then it runs over to the BMS. So yeah, really nice. Yeah, okay, so I've looked these up, and Lithium Solar also did a review. I'll link his review as well in the description. And he says these are Eve cells.
Off already. These are Eve cells. They are Eve, I think they're LF100LA. So here is the QR code. You can see it starts with 04Q, which is typical of an Eve cell. It appears to be the original QR code. I don't see any sanding or polishing or anything that looks suspicious. And it says here 320 watt hours. So these are 100 amp hour cells.
All right, so there you go. And I hope Lithium Solar, you don't mind that I did a little clip out of your video there. But there you go. So they're EVE cells. That is a really good quality cell. Obviously everybody knows them. And if you don't, you know, look them up. It's a very high quality cell. So the build is just fantastic. Everything looks great. We should have temperature. Yeah, we have temperature sensors, which I'm quite sure it does work to have, you know, it should have low temperature charging protection, but we'll go ahead and test it anyway. There's one right there. Okay, so I've got the charger hooked up. We are currently charging at 17.9 amps. Let me use the duster here to freeze that thermal sensor up. And there it goes. It stopped charging, and we're back already. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, it does have low temperature charging protection. We shut off charging, so no current going into the battery. Okay guys, so I think that's going to be it for the video. I do like this battery. I think it's a great value. The only thing that you might consider is if you need communication ports, you know, to communicate with your other equipment like your inverters. This one doesn't have the communications, but a lot of you don't need it. So if that's something that you don't care about, then here you go. All right, so let me know what you think about this battery in the comments. I'll leave links down in the description, and I'll catch you in the next one.